It's umomgtarot, and this is your Someone Needs You to Know This tarot card reading. So let's have a look at who we're talking about, and then we will get into the spread and see what they need you to know. If you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website. And here we go. This is your first card. So the person that needs you to know this is giving us Leo vibes. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. So Leo's fiery energy is in the mix when it comes to this person. Let's see if we can get that to stand properly. The next card you've got here is Pisces, and the energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. You got Pisces. We have some emotional characters in this. And finally, we have Cancer. And this energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. So we have very reactive energy and very sensitive energy. But with that, also a very intuitive individual. With Pisces and Cancer's energy, we know that this person is borderline psychic, or at least pays attention to synchronicity and signs. And you might find that this person is spiritual or in tune with their impulses, their instinct, their intuition. Leo is about that too, with the instinct, and just finding a sense of purpose. And also this person is driven to act by their emotions, their reactions. I would say this person's more reactive person than not, just because of that Leo energy and that Cancer energy, which is known to be very moody and very fluid with the emotions. And also Pisces is that as well. But let's have a look at what this person secretly wants you to know. They think you listen, they need you to know this. You need to know this about. And so, some of you, this is your special person that you can't quite figure out. So here we go. Your first card is the World. Interesting. Your first card is also a major arcana card, so it's a greater theme. The World is also associated with Saturn, so that rules boundaries and structures. So this is a nice little parameter, nice little setup for us to start the reading. It's about personal transformation, but it's also about boundaries, discipline, willpower, restrictions, defining who you are essentially. So that's a good jump off point for this person. What they need you to know is they're changing, and they're so they're softening. Their perception of reality is softening. Their views of reality is softening. They're kind of, let's hope that this doesn't indicate any type of mind altering like drug and alcohol abuse, and it means more like just a fluid type of lucid type of experience in life, maybe looking at things through loving eyes, through love goggles, or being kind of an imaginative person. Let's hope it's more about that than it is, because this card is in reverse, so it can speak to getting, like, them needing to change their life because of how they've been seeing reality for a while, that their perception has been distorted to some degree through circumstances or situations that are out of their control, leading to them to lose control. I think that this person has a heavier focus on personal transformation, but they may not be highlighting that. They might not be outwardly open about that. They may just be trying to live within that transformation, and you may not be privy to it. Okay? Then we have Two of Swords. There's indecision, which means there's a choice to be made, and this person does not know what to do, and they're holding themselves in a certain place regarding this subject. So what is it? What is that indecision directed at? Maybe they have had some views of things that have changed and shifted or softened, but there are other things that they're still not budging on. Maybe, this person has transformed before your eyes, and a lot of their feelings and thoughts have changed because of their emotions, because of their intuition. They're more spiritual, but there are some things that we're at a stalemate. We're at a stalemate for, and the Two of Swords would indicate that. So you guys know what that would be. This person, like, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I miss you so much. I want to be together. I want us to be happy. But no, I won't quit eating meat to make this work. no, I can't do that. I can't quit smoking. No, I can't. You know what I mean? It's like a indecisive type of, I desire or I see things one way, I'm softening in that way, but the core of the being is still indecision on, like, I can't make that choice. I can't exercise that boundary, that judgment. I mean, that willpower. All right, so then we have the Knight of Wands. So you guys are really dealing with a person who has things that they have to, like personal things that they have to deal with. Like they have to grow and evolve to the next chapter of their life before they feel like they can give to a situation that combines two people. So if they don't really believe in themselves or think that they are worthy, if they haven't reached a certain goal or accomplished enough, they're just not going to be in a place where they can make a definitive decision. They're going to be very wishy-washy and weary about any type of decision making until they have this personal transformation. So the Knight of Wands is giving us this playboy, fun boy type energy. The one that wants to explore, the one that wants to go out on journeys and go out on tasks and fulfill them and accomplish things and, prove themselves essentially. And this person's wanting to take that action. With the Leo, we know that fiery energy can be reminiscent of their ego, of their pride, and their unwillingness to let you tell them what to do. It could be like, oh, I'm indecisive, but I'm sure not going to let you decide what I do, But I want to be free. I want to have fun. I want to be able to take action whenever it comes my way. And this is where they're at. I mean, this archetype of the Knight is someone that's giving this non-mastery energy. It's giving, I have a little bit of experience, but I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with that experience. I don't have the conclusions yet. So this person seems more interested in taking action and being available for adventure and exploration. This person needs you to know that. And this might kind of speak to like the illusion of what you think reality could be with them. Like, I don't know, what are you building a life with this person? Are you hoping for something to happen? Is this person unable to be clear about what is happening, what's transforming before their eyes because they want to be available for nothing in particular, but everything? This person may just want to have fun and want to be, have that fiery energy. It could be lusty. It could be, I just want to be free for that action and not necessarily something in particular. I think that this person needs you to know that they are okay. So some of you guys are just dating, and this person needs you to know that where they're at, where their perception of reality is, where they're experiencing things, they're just trying to have fun. They're very doing the Pisces in the dating, and it's the, wishy-washy kind of, I don't really know what I want. I'm not really sure. I'm not opposed to a relationship, but I'm not wanting a relationship right now, but so it keeps you kind of lingering on. I feel like this person's in this like indecisive and diluted reality where they want to be down for something even if they're not necessarily looking for it. They want to stay open to it though, and that should be an indicator that they need to be more about you or more about the relationship. However, there are indicators that this person's still growing, this person's still evolving, and this is also a lesson for you with the world. The world is kind of a theme that can be in both of your situations. One where you define and establish boundaries within your relationships, and this may be a lesson for that, and it may be this person trying to walk the line of someone else's boundaries while creating their own, because it seems like they just want to live life and they want to have those thrills and they want to have experiences and they want to do their own thing. I don't see this sense of independence, so it's like I want to be open to things, but I don't want to necessarily be alone. So that's what might put them in front of you. But at the same time, they're not decisive enough to settle down and reach a level of mastery like the King or the Queen of Wands or Pentacles. They're still in that exploration mode, which is why they're indecisive, because they don't even know what they want. And they're so emotional that they can't see anything stable. We have fire and we have water. We don't have earth. We don't even have air for the intellectual configuring of a plan of where they want to be. I feel like this person's still just trying to figure out their own life and what they want, and especially if they have some sort of thing that is sapping up their spiritual energy as far as their consciousness. They could be going through depression with this Moon card in reverse. They could be going through a secret situation that is draining them. They could be going through thinking like their jaded period, their brooding period. They could be going through, I drink alone, I smoke a lot, or just going through like my piece of doo-doo. I'm a piece of doo-doo era, but it's part of their transformation. It's part of their metamorphosis. And a lot of it does speak to a lot of it does mean that they're not trying to make any big decisions, they're just trying to have fun. And the occasional third party situation may be involved, but that third party situation, I'm telling you, it may not be with anyone in particular. It may just be the openness of a third party is what they need you to know, is that they're open to it so that you don't get hurt, because that's not the goal. And if that's not the direction that you're trying to head down, solidifying these boundaries are very important. Not allowing this person to take advantage of this distorted perception of reality and not discussing what that reality is, so they can just kind of have fun and take what they want and just, you know, meanwhile you're there crying on the bathroom floor, cold hard ground. But yeah, no, the Three of Swords is like, okay, well, there's another factor involved here. And I think that when you guys are in these situations, it's usually with a person that, you know, you don't feel comfortable discussing things because you don't want to drive them away, or you don't want to, you don't want to spoil the good vibes you're having right now by talking about, but then you kind of like slowly accumulate some pain in wondering what's happening and what's going on and what this person's intentions are, if they've changed, if they've evolved, if they've stayed still. And it's like, well, we're seeing indecision here, so, and then we're seeing a lot of that Pisces energy, so that's kind of like a wishy-washy-ish kind of uncertain, I'm a lover, not a fighter, I thought we were just having a good time, like diluted perception of reality thing. So this is what you needed to know, and there it is. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website as well as a link to my Etsy shop. And I will certainly see you in the next one. Bye-bye.